Hello, Eurovision fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not alone today. Kick off and introduce yourselves.
Hey everyone, it is Michal here, founder of Eurovision Hub, and if you've been tuning into these Melfest previews and results, I'll be no stranger to you, but if not, hello.
Hi, I'm Julia. I am also from Eurovision Hub and all around the biggest Melfest fan ever, and the Swedish representative, because I feel like that's needed. You say it all the time, but it's great.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining me. We've been doing this after every single Deltävling semifinal for Melodifestivalen, and we'll do it again next week. And I'm excited about that because next week it's really going to mix some things up. But let's talk about semifinal 4. Okay, I actually have to say, I'm broadcasting live from Washington, D.C., and I'm just going to kick it off with the fact that the mamas and my homegirl Ashley, D.C. native, has made it through yet again. Let's talk about In the Middle.
Yes, I mean, for me, there was no doubt that this was qualifying. Like, there was no doubt that they were going straight through to the final. That performance, honestly, they oozed warmth, humility. They are a presence on the stage. And that I didn't want to talk about it in our preview stream on Thursday about the transition from the 2020 into 2021. Oh, and I have a feeling that that's something they were going to do at Eurovision 2020, because I asked them, I said, can you tell us what you had planned? And they were like, no, you'll find out. So maybe that's what they were going to incorporate. But I loved that little nod to last year. It was just a nice little way to link everything together. Yeah, I think I could say that this could be our winner. I'm just going to put it out there. That's what I felt from watching it, the feelings I got from watching it. And they just have to look at the camera, and I feel safe watching them. Like they've just, I loved it. What about you, Julia?
I loved it. I thought it was really good. Like, the bar is so high when you come back from literally winning last year. And I love it. What I loved about it felt like you got to know them more individually, because they all got their own part more. Like, you can really hear their voices more. But and you realize how amazing these 3 women are together. It's magic. I loved it. I do prefer this over Move. I did like the transition from last year to this year. My dad was like, they're wearing the same outfit. That can't be good. And I was like, you just wait.
Julia, I was so confused at the rehearsals. Yeah. I thought I clicked on the wrong clip. And I was actually gonna message Alicia being like, is your page messing up as well? They put up the wrong clip. And then I was like, wait a second. And then that's when I tweeted. I was like, oh God, guys, they said staging rights. Like, so good.
It was really, really good. I loved it.
I think that this song is absolutely an upgrade from Move. I love the styling. The staging, actually, from the rehearsal to now, seemed a little bit more colorful than what we saw at the rehearsal. The LEDs seemed to be popping even more. I loved this. This absolutely deserves to go to the final. And honestly, if the mamas win Melodifestivalen again, I'm sorry for all the people who are like, no, but they won last year. Well, they won last year. They deserved it. And if they win this year, they definitely deserve it. But let's talk about the other direct to final person, Eurovision veteran, Eric Sade. I want to kick this off because I said this in the preview show. I have to say it again. I was not checking for Eric. And, I had to eat my words because I keep it real, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm willing to admit that I am wrong. And I love this song. I love the styling. I love the staging. Start to finish, I love every single bit of this performance. And even though I would love from Sweden to get away from really good-looking guys singing well-produced pop song in English, I wouldn't actually be mad if this won Melodifestivalen. If I'm being real, I wouldn't be upset because I really like the full package. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Amazing. Sorry, Michal.
I one of my notes was, would I mind it going to Eurovision Song Contest? That's what I asked myself. No, I wouldn't mind at all. This is a great, polished, but not the polished Swedish act that we're used to. I think it's quite brave for him to come out and do this quite artistic staging. It's very simple, very stripped back. He's doing some contemporary dancing. It's not what we're used to seeing, which I think could be a good narrative for Sweden this decade. You know, it's not that squeaky clean dance. You know what I mean? It's not that. And like I said in our preview show, I have to give credit to this song because it doesn't sound like it's straight out of Melfest songwriting camp. It's so original, and that's the direction we need to start going from 2022 onwards. You know, just bring you, because authenticity is so transparent at Eurovision and sells. So, Julia, as a Swede, what's your take on it?
Man, I was very surprised because before this, I even forgot that Eric was going to be in Melfest, because I'm like, when I heard it, it was like, he's going to do a Sting 2.0, and I really didn't like that song. I'm like, if that comes on, I'm going to walk out. I'm like, come on, you can do so much more than that. And then this song starts, and I'm like, holy crap, this is really, really good. So modern. It's so modern, it's crazy, it's insane. He is so good. Again, love the staging. It was so cool. And I was just mind blown. I was like, this is what we wanted. We wanted kind of, as you said, get out of that polished pop teen boy kind of thing that we've been going on for so many years. And if this wins Melfest, I'm not going to be sad. Honestly, yeah. I didn't even count him in on like top 5. Now I'm like, I don't know.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind it going through, but I will say, you know, vocally speaking, it is not doing it. I'll be honest, and I actually thought, yeah, and I actually thought his rehearsal vocal was a little bit better than what I heard tonight, because I feel like in his rehearsal vocal, he was playing it a little bit cooler, whereas I think he was a little bit hype. And he has a tendency to have that really like youthful, young guy sounding voice. Y'all know I like a thick, rich vocal. He's not serving that. But I think with the brightness of his voice, it did take a little bit away from the cool that I'm getting. But again, this is me nitpicking. And actually, it's a good sign when I'm nitpicking, because once I start like nitpicking, you can tell that I actually like it. Because when it comes to Eurovision, it's those little things that will like become like glaring and like amplified. So if this were to advance, I think he instantly needs to, you know, get really comfortable, dig a little bit deeper into that grown man, Eric. Like, you're a grown man now. You're not a boy anymore.
Like last time.
Imagine
him winning Melfest 10 years after his last win.
Oh yeah, that's 10 years.
Yeah.
2011. It's 10 years ago. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. Every time I listened, every time I heard it, it just got better.
So I'm seeing some folks talking about Tess, and McLaren, I'm sorry, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. If Tess wins, he's coming in straight in the middle of the pack of songs that we have right now, because Lithuania is better, Ukraine is better, Cyprus is better, Czech Republic is better, France is better, and then I think the other ones you could, and the other ones you might debate with me, but low-key, I kind of feel like Set Me Free, and y'all know I don't even really like Set Me Free like that, but I think Set Me Free is better than Voices, just in the sense of like, it's very, very Eurovision, color by numbers, message song, by the book. And I do feel like the Mamas, like, honestly, I got chills. I got emotional while watching it. I was singing along. I so prefer this song to Move. But let's talk about our Andrew Hansen. Folks, I think kind of surprising that Tess didn't move through. And even Sanix, I think, was kind of hyped up a little bit. And they didn't make it through. Now, I will say Sanix, I thought would make it through, but I didn't necessarily want them to make it through, because I thought they would give us a little bit more fun, a little bit more Do That Do, a little bit more Samir Victor. And they just seemed to be like really contained with their staging. And honestly, I think with Tess, I liked the song. I'm kind of surprised it didn't make it through, but I do like Emil and Clara's songs better. So I'm not mad at it.
I'm actually a little bit surprised in a way, because I actually fell in love with Lovad. And that is because it's a very Molly Sandén. For the Swedes listening and know exactly what I'm talking about. that Swedish summer vibe pop that we love. And I actually really, really liked it. So when I didn't go through, I got kind of disappointed. Some Nights, loved it. It's like annoyingly joyful, annoyingly happy. So I actually would have preferred them because I like them, but I'm very glad for Clara because it felt so genuine. There was no like hair extensions or like it was just her. I kind of felt like I was in a pub with my friends just listening to some great music. And I like that vibe, the very clean, simple vibe. It was a good song. And I love that it's in Swedish. Like anything, I just very happy that went through because usually that doesn't. I told you guys before, I did not like Tessa's song. And I think the Swedes didn't either in a way because we've heard it from Charlotte Perrelli. We got that Schlager, not disco though, but I think it was too much, maybe? Too much of one thing that Swedes were like, not really sure. Well, she did go through to number 5, but I didn't like it. So, and that way I'm happy. But, I mean, she's great, but yeah. I love Efraim's. Efraim's song was really good. That really deserves to go on the shots.
Yeah, sorry. I called him Emil. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about like, who are you talking about?
Even though I still think, okay, they have time for Andra Hansen. Can we call up Emil's band and just back up Clara on the stage, give her a better chance, you know, to like really pop on Andra Hansen night? I'm just saying. I mean, her just a light, you know, just sad on stage.
I like that.
She needed more. She was bathing and drowning in empty stage. I wanted more. Give us something else.
At least I need to ask you something. Sorry, Michal. I just need. What did you think of Tess' styling?
Oh, me?
Uh-huh.
So honestly, I want to. The fact that she didn't make it through, I'm gonna blame the styling because I don't know why they had her so matronly. We had the latex on top where I was like, okay, you're about to give it to us. And then the mom pants on the bottom. No.
That's horrible. I hated it.
She should have been there in she should have been in like a bodysuit with some thigh-high boots, like, or, you know, or even like a mini skirt or something. I don't know why she was so covered up like a mom. Like, give me a break. I hate the styling team at SVT needs to let these women of a certain age be sexy because they are. So like, I just don't understand why we keep like bundling them up in clothes.
But I heard that was her choice. That's what she wanted. No one told her to wear that. That's
then a stylist should have been like, that's great that's what you want to do. I agree. I'm a stylist and I'm going to give you some better clothes. So
you see, I'm gonna be team Tess here. I thought she did a fantastic job. This song, you know, there could have been more hooks, it could have been catchier. Yeah, I think it's what we expected from her. She gave her audience what they wanted. We got BWO, we got Alka Star vibes. It took us back to that time. People on Twitter were like, oh, it's making me miss Alcazar. It took us back to a time when maybe we're okay with leaving that there. You know, it's not. Charlotte came back and gave us nostalgia, but in a modern way where I don't know if Tess did. Maybe that didn't resonate with people. But I thought she looked incredible. Like, I think she looked beautiful. Like, I'm here for that, like, sexy latex vibe. And if that's what she wanted, then I'm here for her feeling comfortable on stage performing. She looked great. I'm gutted for her that she didn't get through, not for the song, because I could see that it's a big thing when your 2 former band members have gone on and gone to the final with great success. There has to be pressure, you know? So I feel for her big time.
Especially since Lina Hedlund, the other band member, did go straight to the final.
Exactly, and I don't think Victorious was much stronger than this. It's just a pop song, like the bare basic pop song. Clara getting through was a really nice surprise, and I really hope that SVT sit up and pay attention to her for Andra Hansen. I hope she gets a bit more, or that she can feel comfortable to ask for more, because she had one light. She had one light next to her, and it's like, oh, could you not have give the poor girl a wee bit more? But I really like the song. Like I said in our preview show, you could hear Bobby Lindgren's influence, that Schlager stamp. I was like, I like it, and I'm glad that resonated with the Swedish voters. Mm-hmm. Who else? Oh, Efraim Leo. Yeah, we knew this was happening. He ticked the box. We needed this look. This package was what we were missing. Anton and Danny and all those guys are doing something different. They're like the men, and then this is like the boy. You know what I mean? So we ticked our box with getting Best of Me there. And yeah, like I said, he did his job. He let the dancers dance. He gave us a vocal, a very competent one, and it was catchy. You know, I was singing along, but I don't think I'm gonna. I'm not gonna voluntarily listen to it. I think I'm not the demographic. It's, you know, I will skip it, but.
Okay, so let's talk, and I have to say I'm gonna probably pop out and then get back on my phone. But before, I just want to ask the question on everyone's mind. So, who do we think is actually going to win Melodifestivalen 2021? Shugi, what is it? What's the other one?
2021.
Wait, what?
2021.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say that.
There
might be children. There might be children watching now. I mean, well, I just want to kick off and say, honestly, like I'd be fine with Eric daughter or the mamas. I would even be fine with Danny just to get like a Swedish song moment. I would be happy with that. I think the only thing that I probably wouldn't really be that happy for would be, only because I think I would be nervous for Sweden if this happened, is to say winning. And that's only because I would be very nervous about Sweden's chances at Eurovision. That's my only fear, but I do feel like, but honestly, I really would not be surprised if the mamas just like waltzed again. The song is so good. I really like I wasn't a huge like Move fan. Like I thought Move was fine. But this to me is the upgrade that we were kind of predicting, that we thought would happen, and then it happened.
Oh man, I honestly don't know. I think it's between Eric, Tusse, maybe Daughter. The thing about the mamas, I love that song, but I think people are so hyping up Tusse and Eric and Daughter that people were like, we want them rather to win because mamas has already won, kind of vibe. So like, we want them in the final.
But even Eric though, because Eric, I mean, has technically already won before, so even Eric is getting more love than the mamas. I just want to.
I think so. I think it's just because it's such a modern new sound that we were like, bruh, this is really good. Like, very, very good. I
this
honestly
happened last year, though. Do you remember the mamas were not at the front of people's minds? It was Daughter, it was Anna, even Hannah Firm was up there in the odds, like at 4 or something. So the mamas were never the one. Like they were never. But
maybe like 2 hours before, they're like, "Oh, the mamas can actually make it."
We're thinking,
but
like,
yeah, that's what it was. It really was that like last minute thing with the mamas. I didn't hear a ton of like mamas hype until the week, really.
Yeah. I think if we're talking like the Melfest final is great, all the songs are fantastic. I think it's a great final, one of the best in years. But if we're thinking for Sweden, what will be the best for them to get a good result at the contest? Like, and if you go through them, I don't think Daughter will. I think we've spoken about that before. It's a great song, stream and hit. It's not going to place very well at Eurovision. To say it's in the realm of Bigger Than Us, and I do like the song. I bought it. I ate it all up. But you got to start thinking Rotterdam. Like, how will that fare against the Roop? How will it fare against El Diablo? You know, it's exactly what Sweden get penalized by the fans and stuff for. I wouldn't mind Eric going because it is out of the box. It's a bit raw. That's stripped back. It's modern. It's got that like Drake, Kanye West aesthetic, which is quite cool. But I think the mamas are still the best shout this year. Like I said, there's a warmth to them. There's a humility to them. We know them from somewhere. We just, we know that feeling. And like even with last year, you didn't even need to like Move to like the Swedish entry. So imagine now when you have a good song and the mamas together, that's a combination. As a
And
Swede, what would you like to see represent Sweden? Like, what would you want your
someone
country?
said, Lily, who do you want to win? The thing is,
Yeah.
as a Swede, I'm not going to speak out of the Swedish perspective, not my own, just in general. We want to place pretty high. Like, we want to do good. I think it's safe to say that we're not going to win this year. It's all good. I kind of don't want it to win this year because, as I said, another live chat, I want some other countries to get the chance. When I think about the song that's been out so far, I think Daughters is a little bit too, like, we've kind of heard this before. It's nothing really new. Mama's a little bit more new. Tusses, again, kind of predictable thing for Sweden to send. So from my feelings right now, I kind of want Eric to win just because it's so modern. It's something that's like something that Sweden hasn't really sent before, even though it is pop sort of.
Oh, Julia, I don't want to interrupt, but someone in the chat has said that the jewels have been released. So I just wanted to point that out before. So,
I got them right here. Should we go for it?
Tell us. Yeah, let's talk through it.
Okay, the first duel is between Alvaro Estrella and Lilla
Okay.
Syster.
Oh, shall we go through each one and try talk about it?
Okay. Oh my God. Well, I prefer Alvaro because I love that Spanish vibe.
I do too. But I know Alicia's going to disagree.
Yeah.
She's going to disagree.
Talk to us, girl.
I'm trying to get my AirPods to work again.
Oh,
All right.
we'll go first. So we're Team Alvaro, guys. Baila Baila is number 2 on my on repeat playlist this week on Spotify.
Me too. I've been listening repeat to that song. That's the only song I've been listening to so far.
But hasn't Lil Sister been like killing it on like the Spotify Swedish charts and with YouTube views? That's a tight one. I don't know if I could predict how that would go. It all depends on the mood. With that, but Swede, you guys like a bit of rock?
I'm going to tell you, I if I were Alvaro, I would be pissed because I feel
it's two very different songs.
Optimistic. Yeah, they're two very different songs, but I do think that Little Sister Pretender has the edge over Baila Baila. We all said it the week of that Deltävling. It was like, oh, we were all kind of a little bit let down. I know y'all like the song. I know y'all can jam to it, but we were all a little bit let down with the quality of the song. I think Little Sister is going to advance. That's what I think.
I don't want that to happen, but I do think that would happen. I
would like it for variety.
That's true. That's true.
But
then again, no other song is like Baila Baila. You know, there's two songs that like very different songs that I think both should be in the final to get that variety. I can't speak English. The different songs, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Should we go to the next one?
Yes, come on. The
next one is, which I kind of hoped it wouldn't happen, and I'm kind of pissed. Frida Green versus Paul Ray.
Guys, we knew they were going to do that.
Oh, why?
We said that. We said that. I
think said this.
In the preview show, it was like, oh no, I could totally see it. But I prefer this to Clara and Frida because at least we might have the chance of one of them advancing. Here's the thing. Honestly, I'd probably prefer The Silence. I don't remember Paul Ray's song at all. Can someone hum it? Anybody?
No.
Can someone hum it? Hold on,
I love Silence. Paul Sean.
But let me just
Paul Ray.
But like
I got Patrick Sean in my head still.
In the silence, there's and you can't take no more. A whispering knowing this calling in. Yeah, I cannot remember Paul Ray's song. And I love Paul Ray. I really, really do. But I don't remember that song at all. So
okay, which one do you want to go through and which one do you think will go through?
I want Frida Green to go through. Yeah, I want Frida Green to go through. And low-key, she might have an edge over Paul Ray. I do think Paul Ray has the name recognition, but it hasn't been that long since she was on a talent show. So
I just think that song has more stick. I think the way that she delivers the song, it's so genuine and warm. It makes me feel good. I don't know. Mihal, do you agree with me or do you disagree?
No, I agree. I'm Team Frida here with this one, especially with regards to delivering a competent vocal as well. And we know the Swedes appreciate and vote on that. The song can stick. It's got more of a hook. It's one of the ones I've added to my playlist already. I don't feel like there's been a lot of buzz about Paul Ray this year, sadly, and it's such a shame because I was looking forward to his return, but he just appeared and he's drifted off. So I'm calling Frida Green for that one. So little sister Frida Green. Julia, who's next?
I just want to say I hope for Frida. I just want to say
Yeah.
love Paul Ray, but I think that song is a little bit too slow, a little bit too not Melfest to go through. I want Frida to go to the final. I think she deserves it. The third is Eva and Eva, our Swedish grandmothers, against Klara Klingenström. Tonight's Klara.
So
No.
who's our Clara against? Who does that leave?
So next is Klara and Efraim, the fourth one. So Klara from tonight, Klara with the C, she's against the Swedish grandmothers, and then Klara, the other one with the weird outfit, is against Efraim Liv.
So, I mean, we know that the Swedish grandmas are going to probably win this.
Yep. I don't think there's a debate.
I like that song, though.
She got robbed, Klara, about that, because I think it's the kids. The kids, they love this stuff.
Yeah.
These kind of songs always make it to the final because the kids go crazy on the voting. So I don't think she stands a chance, unfortunately. I mean,
I would prefer the grandmas. Yeah, I do. You're making me too young by saying the kids are voting.
No, hold up. The official channel is in the building. The official channel is in the building.
Hey, who want to do Melodifestivalen?
Hey, Mello!
Hey.
Grym show. We loved an amazing show. Amazing. Oh, so good. Oh, that's awesome.
I did enjoy. I will say, I enjoyed tonight's show. Yeah, I enjoyed tonight's show. And I know, I think in our preview stream we were talking about I think I had a lot of songs from this semi that I loved. Not just liked, that I loved. Whereas I think like last week, there was like a lot of songs I liked. But tonight I feel like I love Eric Sade's song. I love In the Middle. And I actually love Clara's song. I really like the melody in it. Yeah, I love that melody in the song. So I'm happy to see it advance.
I need her in that final. Honestly, that's
this week's
my
Clara?
favorite song. No.
No, the other one. Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
Okay.
I mean, against Efraim, I think she's gonna go through.
This is my thing. If Efraim takes out Clara with a K, my homegirl, my boo boo. You know, I think the Euro fandom is gonna be like, I don't even know if I can subscribe to Melodifestivalen next year because my heart is just gonna be so broken.
You're gonna hate the Swedes after that.
I'm just like, what is with these young boys just knocking out all the girls that I love?
We've seen that way too many times. Young guys singing, for some reason, always makes it to the final and kick those ladies out. I am hoping that this time that's not the case because that song is so much better.
Yeah.
Really deserves to be in the final. And I was pissed when Patrick Sean didn't go through. If Efraim wins over Clara, I'm gonna be even more pissed. It's like, yeah, statements with Loreen. That's one of them. That freaking Anton Hagman take the place over Loreen. It's not okay.
Ever since Anton beat Loreen, I have trust issues. Don't we all?
The Queen Slayer, as we call him.
No, it's like we all have PTSD. It's called Melodifestivalen PTSD. It's official. Okay. And I don't know how many Melfest like events I can have triggering my PTSD of statements not going direct to final. Okay. And then being taken out in Honor Hansen.
God.
But no, I mean, to talk about Clara, I love the song is still stuck in my head. I love that song. I just love it. I really need it to be in the final. I need her to have her final moment. And I also feel like the international jury needs it because we know they're going to give it points.
It's
We
true.
know the
Yeah.
international
And
jury is
from-
going to give Clara some points.
Yeah. And from this list, I get why they picked that duel to be last, because I think it's the duel that's least predictable, because it can literally go either way. You know, like with Eva and Tara, I think that's pretty, like, we know what's going to happen pretty much. Julia, how big is the chance you think Danny has to win? I mean, people love him, you know. I think people want him to represent Sweden, but I think it's the song is too weak, I think. Because I've heard people talk, they don't like it. A lot of people I've talked to don't like it at all. I kind of like it, but it's not. I think people are so in the mindset of what's going to work best in Eurovision that people are not going to be like, no, we don't want him to go through. So I think he has a chance, but I don't think it's a big chance. At least not next to Eric and the mamas and daughter and Tess. I don't think, no. Maybe top 5, but I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, I think on his name, he'll definitely get the votes to get a nice position that he'll be happy with, like top 5. I
Like
can see
number
him
2?
battling. Yeah, he'll be at number 5.
Again,
Yeah, I think.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I do think that Danny's definitely a top 5 contender. I think there's really going to be a battle for 3rd place at Melodifestivalen, but I want to get ready to close out the stream. First of all, I just have to say thank you so much to Julia and Michal for joining me and like hanging tough this whole entire Melodifestivalen season. We will obviously be back next weekend, so please make sure that you tune in next weekend. We'll definitely be talking Honor Hansen, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for joining the stream and watching. Honestly, every single subscribe, every single like, it makes a difference, and I just feel so humbled and appreciated. I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to talk to people. I'm an American. I'm all by myself. I had no one to talk to. So this was my way of having the opportunity to talk to folks. So thank you so much for joining the stream, and thanks Michal and Julia. And I don't need to have the last word. Y'all have some closing thoughts?
What she said, that was spot on, guys. Honestly, like creating this content, like just for fun, what we love to do, and the feedback and joining in and the comments and the subscribes, they mean the absolute words. So I echo everything Alicia said. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I just want to say I really appreciate this too, in the way of, as a Swede, hearing the opinions from people, not only you guys, but people in the chat. People are actually commenting on like what they want to see in Eurovision from another perspective than our own. I really appreciate that, and it's very interesting. And I just still blows my mind how many people watch Melfest and love Melfest. This thing that I have very close to my heart, following since I was a kid. I'm very happy. I love this. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. All the nice comments. I've read a lot of comments, and it's very, very kind. Bye, guys.
Bye.